And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week.
Okay, we've seen each other from Stuttgart, Germany, from Scotland, from Brazil, from California, and today I'm coming to you from Lake Tahoe, and it is just beautiful here. We'll try to be a little more short this week than we were last, but we had a lot to talk about in the wake of the Trump landslide. And one thing I didn't get a chance to mention last week because it was right on the heels of the election that we taped last week's long episode was the market. 1,500 points up in a single day. Think about that. That says a lot about where investors think the economy is going under Donald J. Trump. And when you compare that to 1980, my first real presidential campaign, the second one actually, but the first winning one, when Ronald Reagan took office, the market was below 1,000 points total. And now it goes up 1,500 in a single day. That really is remarkable. That is what's making America great again. And we now know that Donald Trump got to 312 as predicted by one of your friends here on The Best 60 Seconds, and a 3 million vote plurality in the popular vote. Not many Republicans have taken the popular vote for the presidency. Donald Trump did. And the left, of course, is going crazy over all of this. They don't like this, they don't like that. But they've often said, and we certainly agree, that elections have consequences. And now the Trump picks for his cabinet, et cetera, are going to be what governs this country for the next 4 years, because that's what the American people asked for. And they asked for it in really amazing ways. A new coalition that we talked about at length last week, so I won't belabor the point but I still think it's so important for us to realize how dramatic the Trump victory was, taking double the percentage of black votes that he did just 4 years ago, and taking nearly half of the Latino vote, winning suburban white women, et cetera, and putting together a coalition that can be built and enlarged over the course of the next 4 years and the next 40 years to make Republicans a permanent majority in this country. And of course, they say success has 1,000 fathers and defeat is an orphan. It's fun to watch what one of my favorite political cartoons once suggested, a anchor at a television desk saying our last debate will be between the losing candidate and their campaign manager. You now see the Harris campaign devolving into all of this finger pointing and name calling and blame game that they are really focused on right now. And you have to wonder how the heck they got a $1 billion campaign. Think about that. They spent $1 billion on trying to get Kamala Harris elected, and they ended up $20 million in debt. That sure as hell isn't what anybody you want running the United States economy, and the voters certainly agreed. And one final note. We now have learned that during the campaign, officials at FEMA were telling folks in Florida to avoid houses that had Trump signs on their lawn. Think about that. People devastated by a hurricane are supposedly passed over because they were supporters of Donald J. Trump. This is just so horrific. It's mind-boggling. And this is a department under the leadership, if you want to call it that, of Alejandro Mayorkas, who we've talked about a lot on here and have called for his resignation, impeachment, removal from office, etc. The good news is he now is going to be removed from office. And guess what? Kristy Noem is taking over. If you can talk about a more dynamic polar shift than that, I can't imagine what it is. God bless Governor Noem, and Alejandro Mayorkas should hang his head in shame over what has happened here recently. Finally, yet another assassination plot against Donald J. Trump. Again, this one coming from Iran. I was on Saudi television the other night, and they, of course, were, kind of making excuses for Iran. I said, look, you've got a new regime. They're not going to put up with the exportation of terrorism and terrorist threats and plots against our president and our leaders. It's a great day for America. And for now, from beautiful Lake Tahoe, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kai Madison Trump. I am the granddaughter of Donald Trump. I'm speaking today to share the side of my grandpa that people don't often see. To me, he's just a normal grandpa. He gives us candy and soda when our parents aren't looking. He always wants to know how we're doing in school. When I made the high honor roll, he printed it out to show his friends how proud he was of me. I know. He calls me during the middle of the school day to ask how my golf game is going and tells me all about his. But then I have to remind him that I'm in school and I'll have to call him back later. When we play golf together, if I'm not on his team, he'll try to get inside of my head. I know. And he's always surprised that I don't let him get to me. But I have to remind him I'm a Trump too.